Hello and welcome to another episode of the Replay Review series. I'm your host Didact, and today we'll be looking at a Better Academy game, which is a tournament server on Discord for console. We are looking at the Paisali, a DPS player who's around 3900 to 4k, I believe. I read in his email. And he is not happy with his performance. So, we're going to analyze this game and look for flaws. Because it's quite high, like our last video, I expect much. So we shall go. I don't know what this particle is flying around on my screen, but let's go over team comps for those who are less experienced. Starting us off. Of course, like the game already started and you know the ball is there, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. Starting off, because this is quite a high game, we see a lot of meta characters. We see Echo, we see Teresa, we see Ball, we see Brig, we see Zen. Now let me tell you, these are all characters which are considered meta. Also, still ignore this chat. It will be popping up over and over again because somehow I am unable to mute the general chat. I'm digressing. Anyways, Ball, still, even though he got nerfed in the recent patch, still strongest tank in the game. We have Brig. Quite hard to kill because of her armor, because of her shield, because of her bash, because of her flail. Also has very decent healing and range healing in her packs. Then we have Zen, Discord Orb, just a broken ability in this patch. To this date. The patch did not go through yet. Then we have Tracer, one of the best mobility characters in the game. With one clip potential, a lot of burst damage. Then we have Echo, another flanking character with super high mobility and high burst damage. These characters are all quite powerful because they can dive together. We also are playing a D.Va to support the ball. Although D.Va is not the optimal pick, we have seen some ball D.Va dive in the past. Why is D.Va not the optimal pick? Because Sigma just does everything D.Va does better, but if you want to dive with the ball, this is one of your only options right now. I should have just killed everybody. I hate it here, bro. Anyways, we see Brig doing some work, Zen doing a lot of work in the meta right now. We see Tracer doing a lot of work, we see Echo doing a lot of work, and we see Ball doing the most work because it's the most broken character in the game. Let's be honest, he can get CC'd like 4 times in a row and still get out. And then we have D.Va, which of course is outclassed by Sigma, but if you were to go for a full dive like you are right now, I don't know who's going to push the payload except for your supports. They can't really do anything to dive with you, but the D.Va will obviously help the Wrecking Ball. Gonna play the Zarya instead for the bubble, which makes Ball even more survivable. Also, bubble helps characters like Tracer and Echo, and can provide protection to characters like Zen if he gets dived. So I would like a Zarya more. Also, if you were to play payload instead of supporting your dive, you could have played a Sig. So I don't really know about the D.Va. Moving on. Of course, the D.Va is a direct counter to you on the McCree, because she can matrix all of your stuff. She's a soft counter, not a hard counter. Your comp consists of less meta. Like they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meta picks. You're sitting on maybe 1, because he's strong, but he's not meta defining. 2, 3 meta picks, perhaps. Because we know Hanzo is very strong, but he's not the meta-defining character. Meta-defining characters are more like the ones on their side. You're not playing a ball, which is very bad, but you're running a double shield comp on defense, which is fine. If you're running the Reinhardt right now, because he's very vulnerable, you need the double shield. You need the Sigma. The Zarya is not doing enough to protect the team. Sigma is just way better. Then, of course, you're trading the damage that Zarya can do and her bubble potential, but you don't really need the bubbles on this comp. You have 2 very survivable supports. You have one of the worst supports in the game. Still very survivable support, but it's like Moira doesn't really bring much to the table. Not like Baptiste with Lamp, Zen with Orb, Brig with like Rally and stuff, and her stuns and so forth. Like Moira doesn't have anything. Obviously, she's not gonna be as viable as a character like Ana with Nate. She only has damage, and she can survive because she has lifesteal and like a good mobility. Then we have shield break, high shield break potential with the Hanzo and a lot of spam, and we have U, which is a soft counter to ball, which is quite nice in today's metagame. But you're only a soft counter. If you don't hit your flash on the pile driver, you're very dead. Also, you have to deal with a lot of characters. Like, your pick is good, but you're going to get overwhelmed a lot. So let's see. You are countering the ball using your flash, and the Brig can help you with her Brig Bash. Now the Sigma might hit a rock also. But then again, you are going to probably be occupied because these characters are going to be flanking you all the time. Can we get rid of this? Please, thank you. Because these characters are going to occupy you most of the time. You need to save your flash for the duel either with Tracer, or you need to be focused on the Echo, otherwise the Echo is gonna shred. We'll see what you will do. Overall, the enemy team comp looks way better right now. Your comp just doesn't really have any synergy, perhaps, also, kind of. You don't have a support ult, they have a support ult, which means the Sig ult is only used for supportive matters. You have the Brig Rhine, which kind of works very well. You have the Sig supporting the Rhine, I guess. The Moira for the group up kind of comp. Like, the Hanzo prefers a Zarya, but you can't really play Zarya in this comp. Like, it's kind of, like, everything is kind of weird right now in today's metagame, but it is how it is. You need to work with it. Now, you've already spotted the ball. The ball, like, you didn't see it, but he swung up here, so he doesn't have a grappling hook right now. He went on this high ground, you know he's there, and let's see how this will play. Because you are in the defender's position, I expect you to know the enemy's position. They are going to... You know the way they're going to go. You know the way they're going to push. You know all the angles where they're coming from. So you can set up. So Molnus to Slam. We're going to keep playing a bit more because people said my videos are too long. Understandable. Have a nice day. I'm going to like keep it more towards like 30 minutes. Was a nice flash on the ball, by the way. So now you want to go high ground, but you don't want to have a too bad position. Okay, you know the Tracer's there. You can challenge the Tracer. Since the entire team is back now is a bad time to go high ground. Because they can dive you. You want to kind of stay with your team. In the end of the fight, you could have gone high ground to get some poke damage onto somebody, perhaps. Other than that, I think your positioning is fine. You're kind of behind your team. I would have liked you more inside your team. This is a nice flash. Rather, you're kind of like leaving your team alone. So the way you play McCree most of the time right now is you're playing more like a brawl character. You want to be near your Rhine in order to, of course, help your tanks with your flash. But you need to be aware of everything around you still. Of course, high grounds and stuff are nice. But your Fan the Hammer and Stun are one of the most powerful abilities in the game. You can kill that Echo. Nice, very cool. That's quite unlucky. It's fine though, it's fine though. You're 1 up. Okay, you're even. You're even. You're 1 up again. They have quicker respawns though. So you should order your team to go back. Play safe. Okay, they waste an ultimate, which is nice. Okay, you're going to challenge the Echo. It's your job to deal with the Echo because you're like the most reliant hit scan DPS right now on your team. However, yes, search help on your team. You're dead. Yeah. I don't know if you didn't hear the high noon, but you know, just seeing the Echo on the high ground should have told you to either hide in a position where the Echo can't kill you with high noon, or it should have told you to stay near your shields. Just like the Echo standing there. Like, you should have immediately been brainwise, like, she's gonna definitely have like 10 ultimates. Disregarding of what character she's gonna get ultimates. You don't want to be in her sights whenever she gets high noon in this scenario. You got caught off guard, you didn't hear the Echo because she floats. That's quite unlucky. You need to be looking around more. The only way you can hear Echo is you can hear her flying. You cannot hear her hover over the ground, which is quite unfortunate. Makes the character even stronger on the flank. You swap to a ball now, which is good. You're trying to match their ball, I guess. Their ball has another minefield, so now you're outmatched 3-1. You need to request help from your team. This is quite an okay zoning high noon, although I would have like you could have timed the high noon better. Although this was quite a good zoning high noon, you could have asked your Sig to put up a shield for you or like suck in front of you in order to get maximum value out of that and not risk you dying. This way you couldn't even shoot. So yeah, 2 of you got picked. That's a decent flash. Yeah, just nice spam the hammers. You can always spam those for free ult charge into a ball after stunning. The ball can't really do much if you hit a flash in them. Okay, you're outmatching the Tracer. Don't stay too close. You need to group up back with your team. Your tanks are not there yet. Like, you have no tank right now. Just the fact that you're taking a fight is just like... That's a nice flash, Good kill, good kill. So there's 2 options you can play as. Either you can go looking for the high ground. You don't know the Echo is there, but you can go for high ground maybe. If you were to go the long route, especially with your high noon, which is kind of nice. Being on high ground is always better, especially against type characters. They have to use cooldowns in order to get up there. You're missing a lot of shots, quite unfortunate. I don't know if you're overwhelmed or if you're just like, right now, perhaps you're just like, not overwhelmed, but there's just too many targets to shoot, I guess, for you.
I've got unfinished business.
That is unfortunate, you lost another one. This is a waste of a flash. Doesn't really matter though, your ball cleaned a lot up. Didn't really need the high noon too, but still. Kinda like didn't high noon anything. Your ball kinda hard carried that fight. Like 4 kills. Insane. I don't like your positioning. Like, take the time. Okay, instead of like peeking spawn and being in danger because you're alone, you could have taken the time just to get high ground. Because now you're going high ground, but it's kind of late. They're already there. This is what I said in the beginning. You can take the downtimes you have in between fights before this fight ends, and like, you know, I just quickly. You can take the downtime between fights either to kill stragglers, but there weren't any stragglers, to get some more picks perhaps when there's somebody respawning, or you can take the time to set up, especially if you're on defense, because you know where the enemy is gonna go. They're gonna go on the payload route, or they're gonna like push you out and then go payload. So because you know their objective is to push you or push the payload, you definitely know where they're going. And because of that, you can set up on favorable positions in the downtime. Which you didn't really do, you were too late. You instead poked at spawn, but didn't really get anything out of it. Also some more aim training I think is advised. Your aim seems quite decent, but you know, especially on console, use those aim assist functions. They're brokenly overpowered. I use 60 window 100 strength, or even like 40 window 100 strength. Makes you hit way more shots. And if you're still having issues, just aim trainer. Always. Every day, like 20 minutes or so, and you're just gonna improve. Okay, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Why is your team setting up so far in the back? Again, you didn't really set up. You can stun that ball and he's dead. Nice. Okay, your ball got absolutely fucked. That's a nice high noon. I don't know if the high noon was to respond to the res. If so, it was a really nice high noon, because the Mercy can't do anything by resing. I think you high noon before. Well then, unlucky. Unlucky for the Mercy. But maybe you anticipated the res, because maybe you wanted to protect the body. Which is nice. Always protect the body, guys. When you kill somebody, protect the body, so Mercy can't res. Important. That's a nice flash. If you flash him now, you kill him. Yeah, flash or eaten. Okay. Want to walk out of the minefield. Okay, you rolled out of it. Now kill the Tracer. Okay, focus away from Tracer, onto Echo. Kill the Echo. This is a 1v1 you can't win. And you rolled into mines, unlucky. That's a nice defense rating from the D.Va though. Your ball is winning this again. Her ball is just hard carrying. Your D.Va also kind of did a lot with the defense metrics. So yeah, I like how you do not tunnel vision on solo targets. I like how you position yourself in retrospect to your team. But I would like you to take advantages. And I would like you, although your cooldown management seems to be very good, sometimes you can just throw your cooldowns on somebody and you really don't. So yeah, take opportunities. Whenever you have downtime, you can set up, especially on defense, like I said. Also, when you're playing on attack, if you win a fight, you need to think about, okay, we have card right now, so basically we're defending. The enemy needs to come to us and stop us. Where are they going to be coming from? On payload, that is like the simplest mechanic in the game, right? Is if you don't have payload, you're the one attacking. If you have payload in control, or if you are protecting the payload, you are the defenders in that scenario. And you know where the enemy is gonna go, so you can set up during downtimes. I would love you to do that more. So quickly, team comes like very quickly again. We have Echo, Genji, Brig, Mercy, Wrecking Ball, Diva. That's quite good actually. You're doing the same thing with Wrecking Ball, Diva. Diva just being able to help the ball. Okay. Like I said, you could swap the Diva for any other character that can support the ball, but in this scenario, because you want to dive high ground, the Diva is nice. I think you're going to dive high ground. So then you're playing the Echo, which is like, a busted character right now. And then you're going to probably have a pocket, which is like very nice for you. I don't know about the Genji. The Genji is kind of weird. And you got Brig. Brig can armor pack you. It's not armor pack anymore, it's repair pack, but still. This is a quite a decent comp. Then the enemy team is running the same comp again, pretty meta, except for they're hard countering your ball now because your ball kind of carried last like round. They're now playing the Sombra instead of the Echo. The Echo has a lot more value, and I'm going to be expecting your ball maybe to even swap because he can't really do much because he's getting hard countered by 2 characters. Moving on. Let's see. So you're going over the window. At the roof, I mean. We see some Lucio players do that too, to boop somebody off the high ground, or some Pharah players to boop somebody off the high ground. It's usually a nice place to start at. That's some nice sticky bombs. You missed a lot of them, but you know, you hit someone on the tracer. It's gonna force a recall. So she's one, she has no recall. If you hit something, she's dead. So nice spam. I don't know why you're falling down. Could have just held that high ground position. Okay. Enemy team's awareness seems to be a bit lacking. Maybe the Zen didn't call out your drop on him. But, like, the Zen couldn't really do much against you. That's a decent beam. It's gonna kill her. Yeah, they should swap off the Diva right here. You're like, the Diva can't really do that much against the Echo. And like I said, I don't like Diva to begin with. Even with the ball. I always like some more control, so more dive. The Tracer's fragging. Yeah, this time you got hacked. Okay. So you want to be staying close to walls because they have a Sombra. And you want to control high grounds because you have easy access using your flight. So I want you to do that. Do not stay payload. Especially when the door's opening. Yeah, your ball kind of fed, but like he had no choice. If he engaged, then he got hacked, which he probably did. Didn't we see it? But like, can't really do much against it. Okay, you're getting dived. Now this is a ballsy play. I didn't know you're there though. The Diva knows. Yeah, this is where you run away. There's somebody behind you. That's an interesting copy. Yeah, rather than copying supports, I would always prefer copying tanks. Maybe you wanted to go for a tank but missed. Could be the case. The Diva's kind of forcing you out though. As long as the Diva keeps eating your bombs, she's fine. Interesting minefield. So they just threw away minefield. You do not have all the advantage though. Not much you can do. Go back to the McCree. Which is fine because they don't have Echo to fight you too. You don't have to focus on too many things. Okay, so the Tracer. The Tracer was there, which is big. Nice awareness of you. You're actually listening for your surroundings, which is kind of nice. That's a good shot. Now you kind of want to go high ground. And you missed your flash. It's quite bad. No, don't ego, don't ego, please. You've been doing so well for Zeno. Okay, your team got your back. Also, they didn't engage you for some reason. Like when you were alone in that corridor with the D.Va and the Brig, the D.Va could have killed you if she got supported by the Brig. Like it's always dangerous. Like you basically engaged a 1v3 earlier, which was because you were chasing kills, but still, like at least be certain that your team is with you. You're rolling into mines. Ow. Yeah, that's like... This was a chain of mistakes. Chain of mistakes being in that you were on high ground. I don't know why you high nuked the exact same area that bomb landed in. Like, if all, a ball is gonna force everyone away from its location, not to its location. Right? So high nooning the area that bomb lands in is kind of like wasted a high noon there. Then I don't think you knew that the ball minefielded. Kind of like lost some awareness. And then you just got pushed out and absolutely like wrecked. Okay, you get insta-res. Kinda been missing your flashes on the wall. Need to practice flashing distances again. Also flashing aim. That's what I felt on your Echo too. Your hit scan abilities seem to be very on point, but your abilities with travel time, like projectiles, have been like very hit or miss so far. Maybe we are playing on high ping too, because I always see a revolver recoiling a lot. So maybe we're playing on high ping, who knows? We see you do some stuff. Okay, try this out. Zen cannot body block your high noon. Now you need to suggest some help. And now that the D.Va is gone, you can hide them. Your Sigma shielded you. Very nice, very cool. Now you need to hit a mini D.Va. Hit the mini D.Va. Or leave the mini D.Va. Okay. To summarize, this, by the way, is like, this is going to be the new replay review series. It's just not going to be so long like the other videos. And I'm also gonna just like keep rolling it every time now. I think you can maybe tell me what you think about it in the comments if I just keep it rolling instead of like pausing it and making it a 50-minute video, making it a 30-minute video instead. I don't know, maybe it's better. Summarizing. You have quite decent aim. Although you did not hit that mini D.Va very well on the end. It's hard to hit that character, I know. For a console player, if you're not using a mouse and keyboard, you have very well aim. Now, I did not know if you were playing on high ping or something, but your revolver recoiled a lot, like it looked like you were shooting twice out of the same chamber, which usually means either high ping or some FPS issues. But I disregard FPS issues because, like, I'm on like 100 FPS during that replay, although I'm recording, and you, because you're on a console, you should be between 30 and 60. So that cannot be it. I suggest to you to better understand the travel time of projectiles and the reach that projectiles have, being in this case your flash. I don't think you know your explosion radius of flash very well, and I don't think you know your travel time of flash, because you missed it quite a lot on even bigger targets such as ball. I know ball moves fast, but for your elo being 3900 upwards, you should be able to hit that. If a ball is in your face, you should be able to hit your flash. Just saying. Then I would like you to use your downtimes more. Whenever there is a fight that is already over, you know the fight is over, and the stragglers have either been already killed or you cannot physically kill them anymore. They're either too far away, too protected, or the enemy's already regrouping. Then I want you to, instead of trying to cheese some spawn kills or trying to just shoot into the enemy spawn direction or look into their spawn, I want you to instead set up for the next fight, especially on defense or on attack if you have the payload. I want you to set up for the next fight. How so? Because McCree doesn't have vertical mobility, and I like, especially characters like McCree that really want high ground need time to set up. We saw you on defense, like shooting the spawn, not setting up, and then you got punished for it because you weren't on the high ground when the enemy was pushing it. It's just bad. Then, like, some minor awareness issues sometimes. Maybe it is due to ping that I explained earlier, or due to some other stupid reason, but we saw you, for example, high nooning a bomb place. Like, that's basic knowledge. You know that they're not gonna stand near the bomb. So I don't know why you're high nooning it. They're just gonna hide in the same place. It's just zoning the same area again, instead of confirming kills. Maybe that was your goal. Maybe you were only gonna use it for zoning that area, but then you would have had to hold it, and you canceled it instead because you got dived. So I don't really understand the premise of the high noon. Other than that, I think you're quite well at you're quite fine. There's not many things that need to be improved, because everything you do is quite good already. That's what you got to that high of a rank in the first place. It's just some minor tweaking. It's always just some minor tweaking. And I think these are the minor tweaks you need to do. And also, like, the top percentile of players, right? Not only do they are very, very good at the game, they always have the newest hardware. So I don't know if you have the newest hardware, but like, that's the thing that's always going to be unfair about FPS shooters, is when you don't have the newest monitor, the newest console, the newest PC with like the highest FPS possible, the best hertz, the best screen refresh rates and stuff, you're always going to be worse than like the others that can afford it. That's just a detriment that you yourself cannot compromise anymore. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a shorter one because I did, what has been said in my comments. Don't pause the video so often, Mr. Didact. We want to see more of the video while you talk. So this is how it goes. Now the videos will be shorter. You can tell me what you think about it in the comments down below. Give it a like. Subscribe, perhaps. It's free, after all. And I see you in the next one. Hope you have a nice day. I hope you're staying healthy during these trying times. I see you. Smile.